So just got back from Idaho for my 2023 elk hunt. So this was a hunt that wasn't supposed to happen. Put in for a bunch of tags this year, Idaho being one of them, and I did not draw a mule deer, antelope, or an elk tag, and so I was kind of bummed I wasn't going to be able to have like a western hunting tour this year like I have had the last few years. And then my broker that I work for, he his hips got all messed up, and he had a trip planned, and he ended up not being able to go with an outfitter. And with an outfitter tag, you can swap names up to a certain point. So we were inside that window, or outside the window that we could switch. So I ended up getting his tag and getting to go with a friend of his named Billy Joe. So we get out there, and the weather's looking great for the week. It's a backcountry hunt, so we pack in 8 miles on horseback, and just in some of the most beautiful country you've ever seen.
Good morning. The day is finally here. Packing in about 10 miles today. Here in Idaho, Chalice, Idaho, going on an elk hunt. I've been, I don't know if I've slept the last 3 nights, so I'm really excited. Had a great day of trout fishing yesterday. About to get a little grub. Last meal before we get in there and see if we can get us a big old bull. So it's gonna be a fun week. Y'all stay tuned. All right, we're packing up. Billy Joe got our guide in over there. About to head on in. Packing in today. Hunting starts tomorrow. About to go get it done. Yet. Heard 1 bugle. Seen 3 cow elk. But the bulls just aren't bugling this morning yet. We're up here at our second spotting spot, and it's a beauty. Take a look at this. Beautiful day. It was below 30 last night, so glad to get some good weather.
The next morning, it was right into the swing of things. We found 1 good bull in the morning at about 1.5 miles away. We glassed up. We tried to make a play on him that afternoon, and he just wasn't wanting to really bugle. We ended up getting on him right around dark, and got within 130 yards, and it just didn't happen. We couldn't get close enough. Never saw that bull again. All right, we got our first full day in the books today. They are really not wanting to bugle at all. It was a long day. Saw quite a few elk, probably, I don't know, 12 elk. 1 good one, we got on him. He was about 130 yards broadside, big mature 6-point. So we got a plan for tomorrow, see if we can't go get him. Give y'all a little walkthrough of our accommodations this week. Got Billy Joe coming back in. We got our trolleys and everything. Who else has sour candy in an elk camp? Promise you, I'm gonna bring it everywhere. Yeah, got a little chilly in here last night, but it's a little bit warmer tonight, so sweet dreams about bugling elk for tomorrow. Hopefully they'll start firing up. The second morning, man, we got into them thick. We were in some thick, dark timber, and we had bulls bugling right off the bat.
There's two of them. You want to ease up on those cypress and me get right here. I'll get right here. Start bugling again. Walking off the mountain. Had two really close encounters today. They just hung up, pulled a little Houdini on us at like 100 yards. But definitely found where they were at today. A lot of elk. So excited about tomorrow. Go back, get some grub, do it all again. Can't beat it. See y'all tomorrow. Alright. It is day number 3, and as you can see, the sun is out and I am in camp. Not a good morning. Billy Joe had a pretty bad accident this morning and got about a 4-inch gash busted in his head that needed stitches. He thought he hit it on a tree or something. Not really sure what happened. Knocked off the horse, and so he got in, took him back in town, or took him back to the trailhead to meet somebody who's going to take him and get him all doctored up. So sucks. I hate it for Billy Joe. I stayed here. I didn't want to ride the 4-mile trail ride out. Billy Joe just said, stay here, keep elk hunting. So I'm about to get back out after him. Heard 3 bugles this morning on a bull that I think we saw 2 days ago. So he's about 2 miles from camp. That's what the old boots are for. So we're about to take off and see if we can't get him this evening. But we're going to keep hunting, see if we can make it happen. See y'all later. Well, we're on the mountainside. It's been a pretty eventful afternoon. It's still early. It is 5:40. Had one really get fired up about 4:40. Then I just saw him. It was a little 5x5 raghorn with 4 cows, 4 calves, and 2 spikes. They're still over there about, I don't know, 1,500 yards away, just chilling. I had one bugle coming in. Did like a little locator bugle, and he bugled up in here somewhere. So about right over here, on the same level I'm at, is a really pretty meadow and a wallow that the bull we saw a couple of days ago went to. So I don't know if it's the same bull or not, but definitely some elk over there. But I'm just waiting for one to sound off before I start heading that way. But we're seeing out, having a good time. Ian, our guide, got Billy Joe back to town, so he's getting his head bandaged up. So in the meantime, I'm gonna stick to it and see if I can't get it done running solo. Make it out. There he is, looking at it. Yeah. What? There he goes. He stopped. He stopped. He's just walking now. Yeah. Should just have to stop right here in case they're down there. I didn't even. I thought his head was behind a tree. I just saw him. When I put my binoculars up, he was looking at us. What? It's like 50 yards, you probably should go. Just listen here. No. He trotted, and then he stopped. bulls yesterday. There was like 5 in here, so fingers crossed we get a little last day heroics in. It's gonna be a good day.
The six days hunting, 7 days in, came and went as quick as I could have imagined. I definitely thought it was going to be longer than that, but it seemed like the first day came and then the last day was here. So kind of bummed out, obviously. No arrows, not really even any opportunities. Billy Joe never got to come back in, so he picked me up at the trailhead, and he had been laid up in the bed for 3 days, and this was the first day that he started to feel all right. Well, we had a full afternoon ahead of us that we didn't have anything to do. I was leaving the next day. His son was coming in the next day, and they were going to do some vacationing, and so we both agreed that let's go out to some public land nearby and just see if we can't turn up, at least hear a bugle or something like that. We're out in God's country, and it's just beautiful being out there, even if you don't see anything. And man, were we in for quite the surprise. I'll tell you what, we went to a place that he had some past experience in, and he was basically guiding me. He's been out in this area for I think he said 15 years in a row now. So he definitely knew kind of some sweet spots, and he took me to a little honey hole, and man, we turned up this bull. We were waiting on the wind to get right, and the wind never really would get right, and we heard a bugle. So we're kind of on the peak of a mountain, and we're on the edge of this meadow, and the meadow below us is all dark pine timber. And so on the left side of the mountain, we heard this bull bugle, and it sounded like it was working our way. So we start heading back down the mountain to cut him off. And as I'm going down the mountain, Billy Joe says he's going to hang back, and we just kind of stagger down the mountain. Well, I get about 50 yards, and then a bull bugles off to my right. And this bull is within 100 yards when he bugles on the edge of this meadow, and I'm like, he's coming. So I squat down. Stuff, all the sagey grass, and I get down, I'm running down, and I hit a knee, and as soon as I hit a knee, I look up, and all I see is this bull's rack coming, and he's probably at 60 or 70 yards. So I'm like, all right, I know he's already in range to shoot, so I'm ranging to where I think I can get a shot at him, and I range the tree he's coming towards, and it was at 40 yards, and he was on the back side of it. And so I knock an arrow, and as I stand up, I draw at the same time, and he has no clue I'm there. When I stood up, the sage grass came about waist high, so all he saw was something, 3 foot tall come out of the grass, and he just froze. And as he's perfectly broadside, and as he starts to look, I settle my pin and release the arrow, and I smoked him, double lunged. I'm still in shock because all this happened in the matter of a minute. We went from not hearing anything to hearing one to this one coming in, and it was just unreal.
All right, so we got off the mountain from the hunt, went back and had lunch and everything, me and Billy Joe, and got a shower. Haven't showered in 6 days, so that felt amazing. And flight didn't leave till tomorrow, so we were like, we'll go hunt some public land in the same unit we got the tag for. Billy Joe's been over here a few times before, and come over here and just smoked a giant. The one time I don't have my camera going all week, but y'all are gonna be along for the track job because this one is a big one, and I'm super pumped about it. So y'all stay tuned. You're gonna like to see this one.
And we wanted to give him an hour, even though we thought we heard him crash. So we hung out for an hour, went back and found him. I started looking for blood a little bit, and Billy Joe was like, I'm gonna go down here and just see if I can see him. I mean, he fell right here, we heard him, and he found him before I could even hardly get on a great blood trail.
You got him?
And the rest is history. It was a great hunt in Idaho. I'm definitely hooked. I'm just hooked on elk hunting in general. So I'm really excited to see what the future holds in my elk hunting career, because I have got the elk bug like no other.
Oh my gosh. Look at his body. That is a monster. What a bull. He's barely a 6. I thought that was his 1, 2. Yeah, I thought that was his 6.
It's 6'5". Is it 5 on 6'5"?
Yeah. What a time. Where the heck's my arrow?
Probably, well.
So he didn't go far at all. Look how big that sucker is. He looks way bigger coming down through there, but he's big enough. I ain't complaining on the last minute bull. I didn't see this. All right, we got it done. Last second bull, literally. It's supposed to fly out tomorrow. We're gonna have to change that flight, but man, what a final day. What a great bull.
Man, Idaho was a special one. I definitely will be going back to Idaho, and I truly believe that God puts people in your lives that, especially in hunting, that for a reason, I guess. And Billy Joe definitely was a guy that we had so much in common that it was like a friendship that we had been friends forever. And I'm really looking forward to hunting with him more in the future, and definitely getting back out to Idaho and chasing those big old Idaho bulls.